here we are again. Let's go ahead and see what we can get done in a few hours left of my Friday. So, I've kind of been working pretty hard at getting things to progress as best I can. However, it's been it's been a bit on the rough side. I have not been able to get everything the way I want it to be, but hopefully soon I will get better. The current problem is GamePlan. Well, it's not really a problem. Each thing takes, there's always stuff. You're always trying to iron out, make things look a little bit better, more accurate. You add this, you add that, you make some features and functionality on one piece, and then you realize that the other piece doesn't support what you're doing. So now I've got to come back and make it support what I'm doing. So I made a lot of changes to my game plan since I last had it saving and loading with only a couple of values, and I was only doing very basic stuff. Turns out I wasn't saving all the right values. I wasn't matching things up. Names and fields and data points were all mismatched. So now I've got to go through and try to correct those things so that my saves on my game plan can actually have all my data go into the back. This way it can all come back to the front when it's loading back up. So I think it's just going to take some little cleaning up here. Hopefully I can get this done fairly quick. Then if I have the time, I gotta go into my plan mode. There's a couple of items I need to do today. So let's see if I can get this knocked out, get this corrected, save and load. It's my only objective for right now. And if I can get save and load going with the game plan. The only thing I don't have is loading on my play editor, but I'm not too worried about that because I'm really just planning to go one direction for mostly. Create plays. Unless I see something truly wrong, then I got to start worrying about loading it back up. Because right now the play editor is not meant to be a feature so much as a tool to create things I need to function in the game. So anyway, let's see if I can get this going here. I have to kind of go I've got some fields that are mismatching. That's what I got to I have a parsing. Let's go over to my actual app. Now I run, like I said, I probably don't need that just yet. Okay, so I run my app for debugging purposes in Visual Studio. And that's mostly because, I don't know, I feel like my computer must have crashed. Because I came back and everything was shut down. I don't remember shutting everything down. So I don't know what happened. Something kind of went amiss, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. I think I can deal with it. Okay, so we got to go. Gotta correct my fields here. I think it's like minor stuff. Like I have FDD operator here and it's supposed to be FDDO. It's first down distance, not just first distance. It is actually first distance though. But there's a and that's probably why it threw me off. Sit MGO, MG operator, MG operator, situation, MG operator, comma. And, oh, that's MH. Boy, that is. Wait. Oh, minutes and half. Why do I have minutes? Oh, minutes and half and minutes in game. Do I not have? Oh, minutes and half. Why? Okay, now I'm confused. Minutes and half, MH operator. And then we got, okay, I don't know how this is different. Make sure this matches your state. I don't understand how this is different. Alright, we're going to go put it in. Let's go find out. I don't like to just replace. I like to know what I did. That doesn't change. MG, does it actually say? You use GHO operator in the UI display line 209, but MG operator in the parsing function. I'm pretty sure GH is wrong because game half would not be a thing. It's supposed to be minutes in half and minutes in game, so it'd be MH and MG. So wherever that is showing up is not matching. Alright. Minutes in half, minutes in game. To state. Minutes in half, minutes in game. MH operator, MG operator. I don't know. That's GD. GD is goal distance operator. Alright, so it's not mismatching the state. What does it talk? The state has FDDO up. Okay, no. You use in your UI display line 209. Do I now? Is that the situation? Line 209. Game situation. Down FDDO, GDO, goal distance, first down distance, minutes in half. Aha. That's like totally wrong. Minutes in game. Alright. I don't know what the heck that was supposed to be. It's like I had the G right, but it wasn't even in the right order. I just I don't know, I just typed something weird. Alright, so hopefully that only fixes 2 field items. Huh. It's all pretty minor. Can't imagine that's the only thing throwing it off. Because it was like nothing getting saved. And we're talking nada, nil, zilch. I would be surprised if that's all it takes to get this lined up. I mean, I guess it could be choking on the whole on that because of those 2 values, but I feel like that's not likely. Guess we'll find out. Let's go run this puppy. I will have to start everything back up again though, so let's go. We're gonna go ahead and take my master here. Let's see. Let's just close all these. Now, I normally don't like to just run. Let's see if everything's going to work even, because that's probably some orphaned. If this thing did crash, it probably orphaned some of my my ports, which means it's going to try to run. It's going to go, hey, I can't do this because your port's are already taken. Can only run so many things against the port. All right, well, let's see here. Take your time there, Mr. App. Very interesting. Is everything ready for our guest tonight? Yes, everything is as requested, Mr. Lauren. Very good. And do the children know what their roles for this evening? We do. Good. Let's make sure that our guests have an evening they will not forget. You may go now. Annabelle, our guest will be arriving soon. Do you have your face on yet? Dust and dirt everywhere, and the water in the bathroom barely trickles. Couldn't you have had the place cleaned first? Atmosphere, darling. You know ghosts never tidy up. That's a very fetching outfit, but hardly appropriate for a party. I'm not going to the party. To spend the night ghost party was your idea. Remember? Since it's going to cost me $60,000, I want you to have fun. The party was my idea, until you invited all the guests. Why all these strangers? Why not any of our friends? Friends? Do we have friends? Well, we did, but your jealousy took care of that. Who are all these poor fools you invited anyway? I thought you'd never ask. I know, I'm dragging you on down in my practice. I have to practice, man, so you're getting a little theatrical reading while I try to memorize lines. Tonight's our first rehearsal where we'll actually be doing stuff with the script other than just doing a read-through. So, everybody's going to have their script in hand, but I'm going to try to not have it try not to have to look at it too often. We shall see how that goes. All right, so everything's up. It does not appear to have completed. Successfully loaded, successfully loaded, successfully loaded. Dialing, loaded. Okay, I think everything's happy. Okay, so that said, we should be able to run this now. We will go to the terminal, and we will say npm run. Let's do a build. npm run, build. With Go, it's go first, and go build or go run. But with npm, it's npm run, dev or build. So you end with the change of content. Rather with Go, you put it in the middle. The dot just means run the whole thing. It's weird because if you don't put the dot, it really only tries to run the file. It's weird because not everything boots up right. Now, if the one file references everything else, that's fine. But like with the build, if you build and you only build part, yeah, it's weird. I noticed that if you do the dot, you get everything. It does the whole thing. But for some reason, if you don't do the dot, it might not build everything, which is really weird because it's like, well, why would you only want to build part of it? So I don't know. It could be having to do with the way things are built up. I don't know. All right, our port is good, and launch. So this is actually, I'm treating my Fridays and my sprints as my, the Friday immediately after the sprint ends, which was yesterday, as my, oops, I still got to load up my, hello. Hello. You gonna make me click the button? What didn't happen here? Okay, guess I gotta click the button. Oh, what? Did I not wait long enough? Is that what happened? Something went down there that was not what I expected. All right, so we're going to get rid of this thing again. And then we're going to click in here, and we're going to just go 4 less than 3 to go, we'll say 45 minutes and a half, which I'm just going to leave blank, which should eventually should be 15s. I may have to change that because they can't be 0. I should probably put them at 15. Minutes and half should be minutes in game. I could even set them as high as 30. Just means that any playtime, if you don't like the playtime, but I think I might have to default those to 30. I might just put them at 30 right now, at least for my current purposes. By the way, 30 is the max. We'll just say leading by less than 0. That's fine. And then we're going to go here and we'll say run middle, and then we will say pass screen. And then we're going to attempt to save and see what happens. It always says successful. Oh, well, maybe it worked. Okay, so we got it kind of sort of in a way worked. Where we have these values here, and it does look right, we got an error. So 500, is that a return error? I think for a 404 is a send error. Error saving game plan iTunes messages. Request failed with status code 500. All right. Oh, this is what it sent. Give me game plan with data. User ID, game situations. That must have been me calling the delete. Game plan with data. User ID and game situations. So did we actually put anything in the database with that? Or did we? I don't think anything went in. It probably wouldn't have. We got game plans, documents. Nope. Did not go in. Ideally, I just like to dump this document because it's ugly and it doesn't have what I need. Just delete that. Should not show a document until I next put something in that's valid. All right, so we still have. It's not telling me. So let's go save game plan with data. We've got to go over to the data, game plan data. Save game plan. And then we run here, and we're getting gobbledygook. So we're going to have to put in some more information again. Can't quite get through this without having to put in some advanced error handling. Offensive play type. So we'll just take this whole bit, just like the last one. And then we're going to go over to my game plan data, and we have save game plan up here, and we'll cram this puppy right into here too. See if we can get a little bit more info. Well, I can also maybe get a little bit more info if I go. This is one problem with doing it like this. This doesn't usually tell me my errors. Oh, maybe it will. I thought it didn't have my errors in it before. At least one play type or favored play must be... What do you mean? I did have a play type. Okay, so it didn't like my fact that I play type or play ID. Creating, updating. Wait, that's play types. Wait, what? Oh, this is the one I want. Right, that workspace. Still getting a save error. It is better though, because either way we got to a state where it actually put it in the list, which is nice. It's not fully correct, but at least it put it correctly into the above list. So it aligned itself with itself, which was part of the problem. It wasn't lining up correctly. We're still not quite lined up with the back end. So hopefully we can kind of get that figured out here. I don't know what that means. Still building the local workspace index. Finally. I'm going to eat an almond, so if I start coughing every time when I'm talking, you'll know why. Now, but, oh, they are not numbers though, they are text. So I think that's in the GamePlan store, which is up here. No, that's Playbook. I go to the GamePlan. Oh, is it the service? Oh, here it is, yeah. The ID is not going to be a 0. So if it equals 0, but it won't equal 0 because you can't have a 0. Let's go. Play type ID. Our play types. Oh, they're all strings here. And in my value up here, do I not have play type actually being grabbed? User ID, game situation, spec time, down, first distance, goal distance, MH operator, min left, LV operator. Oh my gosh, I'm not actually grabbing the IDs. Silly me. Silly man. What are you doing? Do you not pay attention to what you're doing all the time? Which, interestingly enough, I was just looking at this Parsi thing. Is this not even... Oh, this has it. How am I not passing it in? I have them here. Favorite play. Is my play editor not actually capturing it? Alright, or not play editor, but GamePlan editor. So we have GamePlan, right? Where'd I go? GamePlan. Now situations, because I got to get on the right page. Got a lot of red here, don't I? Red's not good. It means there's some kind of a bug that's going on that I'm not seeing here. See, we've got values going in here. So the question is, we got play type. All right. Well, here I got it showing here as play type selector showing up there, and they're both setting it. Play type ID 1. Okay. And providing values in both play type fields, but they don't seem to be getting saved to the situations. Is it a variable? Variable situations object being the save game plan. And I thought I checked already that it would allow it to go through here, because we got, see, add new row. We have, well, let's add new row, but it doesn't matter. This probably should just be empty. And then put its handle. So we got play type 1 and 2. Let's see what it says here. In save game plan, modify the parsed game plan data to ensure play type IDs are correctly handled. All right, where's the, I don't even know where that parse thing is. I have to keep looking for it because I haven't paid attention to what file it's in. Oh, it's in the, oh, it's in situations. How, oh, it's just buried. It's kind of weird how these lines are. When you scroll fast, it looks like it's shrinking. I don't know. You're like, dude, are you losing it? Yes, I'm losing it. It's Friday. I'm losing it for the weekend. I'm going to try to find it next. I'll try to find it on Sunday or Saturday night. All right. Type of equals object. Why is it an object? Data type mismatch in the handle input change function. When play type values are selected from the drop downs, they're stored as objects with ID and display, but when saving, there's a mismatch between what's expected by the backend. Oh, okay. Did not know that. Interesting. So I have a play that should be in the system right now, so I'm going to try. Nope, I'm not going to do that. I laugh because I was going to go ahead and make the plays work. But I'm thinking I cannot. That'll distract me from what I need to get done. I can come back to it if I have time, but I need to get my planning done for the next sprint. I need to check some stuff off, and I need to get everything checked in and possibly get my work on the production output. And that production output, man, I tell you, it's been driving me bonkers. Things are just refusing to be nice in that state. Situations. So I do this because it tends to fix my formatting. See, everybody goes into a nice place because Visual Studio is better at formatting without. All I have to do is put in the right bracket and everything fixes itself, cleans up. It's Prettier does that too, but it doesn't work. I can't get it to work. I don't know why. It used to work great in JavaScript. I think it might be because my project has multiple things in it and it doesn't know what to do with them. That's the only answer I've got. I don't know why it doesn't work. All right, well, let's try doing another one. See what this does. I'll say on what's another good game situation? How about fourth down and greater than five, and we have goal to go 50, and there's minutes in half. We have 2, and or minutes in game 2. No, actually, we're gonna leave this one at 0, and then we're gonna go here, and we'll say leading by less than -3. Wait, why is my negative not going in again? Oh, come on, it was working a minute ago. Oh, you're stupid. Why? It was working. You suck. Fine, then go away. All right, we'll say less than 3 again. Still don't know why my negative. Can I put the plus in? Is that one going to allow? It really just stopped working. What the heck, man? I had it working yesterday. What changed it, man? What is your problem? Oh, how I say play editor situations. All right, what happened here? All right, so we allow it to go through as an empty. And then just not allowing me to put a negative back in. What? Why did it do that? All right, let's see if I can find my previous fix. Oh, this is just me trying to clean. Oh yeah, that was late. All right. Let's just go ahead and hit this, and we'll say pass long, and we won't run. It's going to be pass long or pass medium, one of those two. Failed to save game plan. Well, at least it's telling me. All right, let's go see what it was complaining about now. Play type or favorite play must be selected. Held with those axioms. Pass along. Oh, we got play type ID. But I think it's passing the wrong value. Because play type ID should not be... Why does it say display? Because that's not what it's called. It's just play type ID. Play type ID. Is that actually coming? Is that actually going back to my my window here? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. Okay, so we have at least one play type. First town, operator. Yeah, we're getting to leading by, but we're still not getting anything going back. Something feels amiss. Play type ID 1. Why are we missing? Why the heck is play type ID 2? Is game situation empty? Well, maybe it is, but that's not the problem here. Some properties are undefined. Play type ID. Huh. I'm not seeing where, how is it getting that value? Because I don't even have display here. Huh. So the problem is still this, because it still does not have it in there. But I do note that this value is saying display. So that's a thing. Go back over here. Still says those items are missing. and they are. Front end is showing that they are being passed as play type ID display. Can you tell where that is happening? As they should be passing as play type ID 1, 2. Because I did not see. Let's see here. Oops. Dang it, stop that. Play type ID 1 display. Title, that's just what's going to show. It's going to be interesting. So if I do my I thought I fixed this. GamePlan. Oh. Really? I'm still, that's not even the problem though. Thanks for finding that issue, but that's not the issue that I'm worried about at the moment. Is it F? No, it's FDDO. FDD operator. You've mapped FDD operator. And the parse data. All right. Where the heck is FDO or FD operator? I still don't think that's the problem though, because that's not. It's a minor thing. It's not the issue I'm looking for. It's putting them into my grid here just fine. Hold on, somebody's at the door. I don't know why, but somebody's at the door. Well, I was too slow. They left. It was some kid, it looked like. I don't know. Brr! That got me cold, man. It's cold outside. What how cold it is? No, it's 57 out there. It's not really cold, but it feels cold. Time to throw on the warm me up sweater blanket shirt. Hey, Ghastly, how you doing, man? What the heck is that F doing down there? Do I have another random F? I'm always typing like F's or random letters that get caught up in my text. I don't know where I'm putting them. F. There's like an F down here. To first. What is that? That's the distance to first. Okay, so let's go. Is that down here? What's the latest with you, man? You having a? Are you ready for the weekend? I know I'm ready for the weekend. Let's see, distance to first. New row. First distance. Ah, see, I did. I put a random F in there. How come? Because I go to type like a find command, and that's when things get all whacked. Because see, what I'll do is I'll go do like, I'll try to go do Control F. And what I do is I hit Windows F, which doesn't do anything except type an F in the middle of my screen. So then I'll be going, oh shoot, I hit the wrong thing. And then I do the right thing and I go look for what I'm looking for. And don't realize that I typed an F on my screen, and then it just surprisingly pops up in the middle of whatever I'm doing. I'm like, what the heck, there's an F. Or my code won't compile because I stuck it in somewhere, and it'll be like, this is not a valid command. I'm like, what is that? What is that word with an F right in the middle of it? I don't know. Sometimes you just kind of get misled. Okay, so what else have we got? So it didn't like that. The play type ID parsing is failing because your IDs from the dropdown are likely in format PT005. Results in none, which becomes null in the server. Play type ID, blah, blah, blah. Here's how to fix it. All right. I didn't know there was anything wrong with it, but okay. All right, so we got use FTD operator directly without renaming the match. No, I fixed that. Everybody's on the right path. Other fields as before. For play type IDs, play type IDs, which is right here. Who the heck is barking? My dog goes nuts when my wife gets home, and then my wife sits in the car and tortures them. So she's out there. My dog's like barking, going, "Ja, momzo, 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 momzo," and I'm like, and she just sits out there, does something. I don't know, makes phone calls, whatever, and doesn't come in the house. And so the dog's just going, "Gah!" What are you doing? Okay, that obviously, that's not the parse. I need to go up to the parse. That must be up here. Aha. Alright, so play type ID, the way it's being done is obviously not working, but it says do it this way. You know, look, right here it says your problem is this. A minute ago, it looked a lot like this. But then it goes, don't do it like that. Do it like this. Your IDs in the dropdown are likely in format PT005. Yeah. And parsent PT005. Why is that doing a parsent? Oh, I didn't even know it was doing that. Why? Neither one of these should be parsing int. Because this is not an int. That is not an int, my friend. This is not a thing at all. This is just a string. Yeah. And then I guess we'll just stick this guy in here. And go back to what it was. I still think it might be the problem of it's being an object, but why is it passing it as an object though? It shouldn't be. It should just pass the value. Oops. Now I got to do another one, and we'll say, okay, we'll say if it's third and greater than, oops, I didn't type it, greater than, can I not select with the keyboard? What the heck? How do I go to the, use a mouse? Well, that's lame. Why can't I select with the mouse? Huh. Alright, greater than 5. And we have goal to go. I don't care about the goal to go. We'll leave that, whatever. And then we're going to go minutes and a half. Don't care. We're just doing this as a standard play. This standard play says if it's more than 5, our preferred type is... let's see, run right. No, we'll say pass medium. And then we'll run right as a secondary option. Failed to save again. Jerk face. It's trying to be mean. It's not letting me do what I want to do. Okay, we got... Why am I sending back this play ID, play type ID 1 display? All right, what's your problem still? I suppose it's the same problem. Oh, maybe, no, maybe. Oh, I'm on the wrong page. That's what I'm doing. Well, I thought I was on the wrong page. Where is it? Did it not even... That one didn't even go through that time. Well, gosh darn it. And request. Okay. That one was worse. This is a weird error, because that's not normal. Why are we failing there? It's not a normal place to blow up. You're gonna blow up. Blow up where I can recognize you, man. I don't know what that is. Alright. Go data. GamePlan. Response, headers, status, data, status. Those are the headers themselves. We got status and data, but we didn't get a status for data. Oh, we got data, invalid request payload. Doesn't like my request payload. I think I know what's going on. I think it has the display ID is, like it says, it's an object. So let's try. I'm going to go back to my situations here. I think the problem might be that I did this update and I probably shouldn't have done it the way I did. So we're going to take this guy. And we're going to just Just get rid of this parse int junk. It's object, play ID, type ID, ID. I don't know if I need that. So we're just going to check for that. No, okay. I don't need this one. Still not. I'm getting twisted around in my mind here. So if it's a play type ID, then we go, if it's type of, it's an object. Otherwise, we're just going to take this. I don't know why it would be an otherwise. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I should just do this. It should not be an otherwise. I mean, I don't know why, under what scenario I would have it be not an ID, and I don't think that's right either. Pretty sure this is capital I. Oh, did I use a lowercase ID locally when I did that? That would be weird. But, all right. Well, I'm creating a whole lot of things. If I get this to save, they'll be all nice and stored. So that's something. How about if it's first greater than first and, I don't know, 10? Greater than first and 10, which means we are like sucking. Greater than greater than more than 10 to go. And we've got it's more than 50 yards to go. And in the game, there's like less than 7 minutes to go. And we're leading by less than... Oh, I got to figure out how to get my negatives back in here. I don't know why my negatives stopped working here. I had this working nicely. Oh, there it goes. So I can't... It's not letting me type a negative as the first action. Huh. Interesting. Medium. No, we gotta go past. We gotta pass long. And the second choice will pass medium. Cause what a desperate folk. Failed to save again. All right, well. All right, so we have a play type now, just the correct, but it still says display. Why is it still showing display? Huh. All right, well, what do we got? Something still broken. Got a lot of them now. I'm passing in all kinds of goodies. I still think it's not supposed to be display. But that's still not going to be the problem. You're right, that should be too. But that's not the problem. Why do they keep trying to make me... I think the issue is that it says display. That's what I think the problem is. Okay, that is fixed. But I think there is still something wrong with this payload other than that. Play type ID 1 display. It's not valid. Why is it passing that back? Yeah, see, it should not be display. It's supposed to be just play type ID 1, but it's saying display. Now, display is the object I'm trying to pass back. It's the value that of display. No, it's not even the value of display. It's supposed to be the value of the ID. And the ID is the underlying. Yeah, I know that. That's why I'm asking you why it's doing that. I'm not passing in the display ID. You can see that. Where am I doing that at? What is that at? That's this again? But I'm not passing in the display ID. Dude, what are you looking at, man? Just use the ID directly. Play type ID, situation play type ID. Oh, so it's saying don't do this. I don't... That's fine, but that's still... That doesn't really explain to me. I mean, it's supposed to... All this is doing is saying if we have a value, pass it back, else pass null. Oh, but I guess it's just using a more simplified version of it. But still, I'm not passing anything. It's the same thing. If there's something... If not, pass null. I do like this format, though. This is actually kind of slick. I didn't know you could do this. I mean, I did know, but I didn't know when I found out I could. I didn't know at the time I learned it. Like, huh? Duh. Isn't that how that works? You don't know something until you learn it? It's just not something I would have never mind. I'm just digging myself a hole of silliness. That's all I'm saying. I'm being silly. I'm building me up a nice game plan that right now is not in the data, so I'm just creating all these things and they're going to be deleted. But I still think that is not the problem. I am not purposely passing that back. Because see, like if you look in here, there is not a display type ID that is, oh, I guess it is there. But I'm not passing it back. So we got play type and play type ID. There's, I don't know how that's even getting appended on there. None of my code actually puts that on. It's just like putting it on as an add-on. And why is FDO operator at the end? It's not even, that's like way up here. It's got all kinds of weirdnesses going on here. You would think you would go back in the order. Hey, babe. You would think it would go back in the order I gave it. I mean, why would it build it and put it in all kinds of scrankly order? Got user ID. Game situations, and then, oh, that's because I have 4 game situations here. Still weird that it's FDO operator. In fact, why do I still have, oh, because oh. Why does that still say FDO? Could have swore I changed that. Should be no more FD operators anywhere. That's bizarre. Okay. All right, so now I do expect a lot of these are going to look weird right up until they don't. So I got FDD operator here and FDO operator there, which are both bad. So this whole thingy is going to be. I'm hoping it'll build it up fresh. It's building it fresh each time, so that once I fix it, it'll stop having. That's what I'm hoping. We're going to do second down. And then we're going to go greater than. Let's say greater than 8. And distance to go to the goal is 50. And time left in the game is about 7 again. And we're going to say leading by less than -7. We'll do a pass long, pass medium option again. This is just what happens when you're losing. You have to do this stuff. All right. Still failed. What's the new thing? All right, we don't have FD operator on there. That's gone. It is rebuilding it, which is good. But I still have play type showing up on both. Why is it putting both play types in there? There must be something else going on. Look at this page. I am not passing both display and ID, but the payload is still including the display. The play type ID display. All right, time is a ticking. I would love to get this to save so I can go do my quick script. Okay, why are we going back to that? It's doing it again. Didn't I just undo that? Alright, let's try it again. This looks like it might be slightly different in format, but not much than what I did the first time. So we'll do this. It says that's all I gotta do. So the whole issue, it seems to be that is really weird. I mean, you would think if I just set this play type ID to the actual ID that I'm passing, I shouldn't have. Why isn't it just the ID of the play type? I don't understand. I don't know. Something's wonky there. Situation play type A. If it equals an object. Why can we not just assume that it is an object and return just the situation dot playtype ID 1.id? This is more of me just trying to figure out why the what's, whys, and whatfores from what the heck is going on, because that don't make any sense to me. I've got an hour and 20 minutes to get all of my Friday plans done. Put everything is null or undefined, which can happen with optional fields. Trying to access ID would cause a runtime error. Safely handles all the cases. Yeah, it feels wonky to me. It feels wonky. That's all I'm saying. All right, well, we'll try and see if this thing's solution is all that great. So we're going to go third and less than 5, and then we'll go. The only reason I keep creating new ones and not just thinking them through and just leave them alone is because I'm hoping these will save at one point and then they'll all be put away correctly. And then I'll actually have a game plan kind of built, at least a little bit. Third and less than 5 minutes in game. We'll say 7 again, because I like that number. And we'll say with this one, we'll say less than 0. We'll go past medium, and we'll secondary long on that one. Still failed. Still don't like me. We still have a display. So whatever it's doing is not working. It's not able to decipher what the heck. It doesn't know what it's talking about. Great. All right. We've got all the values. Play type ID, everything. Play type ID is there. It's got what I want. It's got the ID. I got to figure out how not to pass the play type ID display. And obviously the solution it's coming up with, Mr. Claude, not any smarter today. Claude 3.7 is failing me. So I'm gonna take this out. I mean, if it doesn't do anything, I don't feel like I want to. That's gonna be my problem. It feels wrong to have to do that. So if I'm passing in, really, let's put a break here. And then I wish I could just call a save, but I can't. Can I just click save here? Do I have any conditions on this? I'm trying to see what that is. Oh yeah, well that's gonna break because I have an invalid one. Alright, so we have favorite play ID, play type ID. Oh, look at that, there's no display on that one. Probably because I didn't put one in. That's definitely that one's gonna fail. Did it actually put it in the list? It did. Dumb thing. Alright, I have to actually put something in here. I'm sure there's got to be some condition that I haven't put in here. I mean, how about it's fourth down and it's less than 1 yard to go, and we don't care about the time left because we're always going for it. We're always going to go on 4th and 1 with less than 1 yard to go, just because we're going to be that kind of person. Now, when would you not want to do that? How about when you're leading by we probably don't. I don't know. I feel like that's a good one to go anytime. I'm an aggressive kind of guy. 4th and 1, we go for it. Wait, where's my 4? Did my 4 not go in? Oh, it is there. Jeez, I can't read it. Oh, I gotta add my little highlight thing to my new row. I don't think I did that because it's all here, but it doesn't show up here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that. Okay, so we got I don't care about the leading by either. We're just going for it. 4th and 1 on 4th and goal. We're going for it. We're gonna go run middle, and I don't actually have a. Oh, do I have a goal line? I think I might have a goal line run. Goal line, yeah. Actually, we'll say run middle there too, and then we're gonna go goal line here. We're just jamming it down their throat, one way or the other. Okay. There is display both times, and it's not even going into the play type. The play type is not even getting set. So there's something totally not working there. So, yeah. I think, yeah, that's definitely not going to work. All right. Let's go over to, well, this is the situations. I keep thinking that there's a group or something, or there's a person who goes by the situation. I don't know why. That name, it just sounds familiar to me. I don't know why. Alright, what do we got here? Play type ID display. The value. Alright. on this input box, all right, so we should have display. There's something weird. I'm gonna go here. It's stuck now. I can't get it out. I'm gonna. All right, so we got to go operator leading by play type. Okay, so oh, whatever I did, look, it deleted all my other stuff. It just said, screw you, man, all that stuff's wrong. It's all wrong, we're throwing it all out. Oh, you jerk face, man, make me start all over with that stuff. Whatever. I'm gonna let's take a different approach. Parse data is not the answer. I have set the display type in every possible mode. Something else is going on. Every possible way in the parse data. And nothing is working. So we have is game situation empty? No. Filter, game situation, map. So we're going to put all these items in. Favorite play. Oops, wrong thing. Where is this root situation? I think that's part of it. I don't think it's coming in with anything else. So the situation that's coming in does not have. So we're reading it into these things. Which is this guy. When we're done, we end up with a display object. Where else is display going? Because whatever we're saving, this thing is getting it. And the question is, why is it getting it? GamePlan data. I think it's this thing. I think our offense defense situation somehow oh, do I have stuff happening here? Yeah, well, you're a liar. You know, only thing it does successfully is delete. it only it only runs a delete. I don't even know if it's actually deleting anything. The situation is getting the value, getting the extra value. So, where I'm just grunting my way through this. No input change. This game situation empty. This game plan. Save game plan. So we do definitely have an object, but somewhere along the way. So we got show play type selector. Man, I may have to leave this one till next week because I need to get my next. Dang it! I bet you it's something simple. I'm just trying to pin down where. Above was tried, but it has the exact same result. Passing the display type, the play type ID1 display. I'm gonna try it again. I don't know. I'm just I'm kind of stumped. I don't know what's going on here. 4, 2, -7. In the middle. And we have this. I go here, here, here. See, we got display type, and it's showing the. It's not even taking the ID at all. Even though it says take the ID, and even when I pass it back as it says up here, whatever the heck it said up here. Oh, wait. Oh, that's a different thing. Yes, thank you. Looks like we've been focused on the wrong part of the code. It's like, well, yeah, I know that. So I could have told you that. That's why I said, don't stop with all that nonsense. All right, so the issue is more fundamental. The display fields are being added to your state object when the drop-down selection happens, and then they're being included in all data passed around. You set with play type ID display 1 in the function. La 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 la. When adding a row, these display fields become part of the game situation array. in your save game plan function, we need to create a clean copy without the display fields. Destructure to remove display fields. So it's weird. I guess we have to. It's because these things are being set by the state values. So we select, we change them, and they're being set by the state values. And in order to do that, we got to hold them in the state. What if we hold the display value in a separate state variable altogether? Then it will just go away when just go away when no longer needed. This way we store only the values required in the situation. Thank you. See? Sometimes you just gotta tell the AI, look, buddy, I understand where you're stuck, but I feel like if I've gotta jump through a bunch of hoops to make this thing, I'm gonna store it for a while, then I'm gonna remove it later, and then I gotta display it over here. And why don't I just put it somewhere else? And it's like, set it and forget it. Because it's not going to matter. It's just going to be a variable that when we're done with the page, it goes away and we don't care. The piece we need goes where it's supposed to go. Done, done, done. See? And then it goes, oh yeah! I hadn't thought of that. It's like, yeah, I know. Again, AI, not as smart as you think. But it's good for what it can be. And if you have an idea that sounds better and works better, I have actually suggested stuff to the AI, and then it goes, oh, but you can't do that because beep, 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 beep. And I'm going, oh, yeah. So then I'm saying, oh, yeah. So sometimes it knows things I don't know, which happens a lot with languages I'm not fully familiar with, like Go and React. Although I'm getting better with React, I'm starting to understand how it works. Oh, this is one of those that I don't want to. I can't just copy paste because it's gonna do its thing here. All right, so we got set new. All right, so I got to create a game state. I think what I'll do is go handle. I gotta go up here. Play type constants. Whoa. Oh, right. And then we're gonna go play type and play. And favored play constants. So we're going to have display values, and I'm just going to put them all in the same one. Because I'm going to have, I'm doing a lot of this because it's going to be exactly the same for the play, and I'm just going to put them all in the same constant because we don't need them all. We're going to go, I think this is favored play. Then, so I'm basically putting all the stuff in that's going to be required when I get to doing my play, and I want my my play to be smarter. So we're going to handle input change, which is going to come down here. And then we will put and this is also going to be good for field. Ah, dang it. Oh, gosh, dang it. Or, thank you. It says, here, let me help you with that. Since you can't seem to type correctly, let me see if I can get you through this without too much going crazy. Thank you, good sir. I don't seem to be able to type straight today. Nope. Oh, I know why it's not working, because I'm not in that area. Alright, field display. So we got the display values, value.display. We're going to take this ID out, because we don't need that no more. There you go. I think it's cool you can do variables on the field like that. Sometimes you can't, I mean, in other languages, they're not all that nice. Some are definitely nicer than others in that way. Oops. Still have this hanging out. Ignore me. Alright, so we gotta go here, here. Something went wonky here. Oh, there it goes. Alright. So we've got our new values. But do they do other stuff? Remove leading 0 threes, 1 from the numeric fields. New game. Situation. Doesn't look like it's doing anything new here. Oh, did it put that back? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Ugh. Alright, leading by other conditions. Rest of your existing code for other fields. Blah, blah, blah. Other conditions, your existing logic. Set new game state. Update your UI components to use display state. Okay, so I think the one it's talking about is down here. Play type 1. Here we go. So we got display And then we got on focus, show play type selector, true, input, cursor plant, text, play type 1, display. Already kind of does that. Show play type selector, show play type selector. Cursor pointer, new input style. Okay. Well, I'm trying to see how it's different. Display. Oh, it's display values. Okay, that's different. Okay, that's the thing. Ah, nope. That one's right. Gotta leave that one alone. And then reset display values when adding a new row. Okay, so that's fine. I gotta go fix that, but I've got to go here and say display value is gonna have to be for play type as well, and that's for 1 and 2, and then I got to go down here and do it for 1 and 2. I need to create a play selector, but I don't have that yet. But by doing all this, I'm hopefully saving myself some time here. So add new row. I'm not exactly sure what it did there. I don't think it did anything in those 2 lines, but set new game situation, reset both states. Got that. And then I got to reset this guy, which we will do at the bottom. Is that it? All right, let's see if this fixes my situation and gets me out of this saving hell. Save me. Somebody save me. Wasn't that the Smallville song? I mean, granted, not the way I sang it, but those are the words. Somebody save me. He's Superman. Why does he need someone to save him again? I don't know. All right. Well, time to take another test. Leap. We're going to say 4th down. That one didn't even do anything. Let's do that. Yeah. Jerk. I'm always calling the code a jerk. You're just being difficult. That's all you are. You're just trying to make my life difficult. On first and goal to go, to goal we'll say if it's, so to first is, I don't know. That's probably not the right thing. If it's goal to go is 1, we'll go, we don't care, we're always going for it. When would be a bad time to go for it? I think if you are leading by 7. Less than 7. How about less than 7? We go for it. I think if 7, you take that field goal because then you could have 10. So how about less than 8? This is a pain. Less than 8. Then we're going to go for it. And we're going to go run right up the, we're going to go a goal line run or run up the middle as our primary choices. And you still suck. Oh, gosh darn niblets. Now what? I know you're not getting a bad value. All right, so this time, see, our play type didn't get its value now. Oh, you know, the issue might not be that anymore. I may not have to, I don't even know what I'm doing here. What the heck? What situation? Yeah, we're not setting it as an object anymore. Let's just take this out. And we'll do it again. And again. Fourth. And, I don't know. Less than 3 to go. And we'll say 50 yards. No, we'll say 60 yards. Not 50 yards. And then we'll say minutes and a half. How about minutes in game? Minutes in game we have 7 or less. How about we don't put any minutes in game and we're just behind by more than 10. We're gonna go past medium or run middle. Oh God. Still don't like me. Why are you? What's your problem now, man? Oh, we have play type values. Okay, we have every value and everything is there. What are we complaining about now? We got favorite play ID. We got leading. We got everything. It's all there. What is your problem now? Are you just being difficult now? I feel like you're just being difficult. I feel like, is my code running? That's my next question, because I don't see... I'm not seeing the call. Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta step away for a minute. Quick bio break. What I need to do is put together a Be Right Back page. I used to have one that I used, but
Incoming call from 425 712.
Hold on. It was a confirmation call. I'm taking my car in to get the tinted windows fixed. I got them tinted about 9 years ago now, but they had a warranty, a lifetime warranty. And the back window is starting to bubble, the rear window. And I was like, and I had totally forgotten the name of the company. I said, you know, it'd be cool to get this fixed if I could figure out who it was. And I go, do they even exist? And I hadn't even been working on it, but I decided to clean out some files in my filing cabinet. And I was just cleaning them out, dumping papers, throwing things away, going. And I came across, guess what? My receipt for Prestige Auto Glass. And I'm like, is this my tinting? And I looked at it. It said, yeah, and it said lifetime warranty. I'm like, huh, 9 years, that's a long time. I mean, I would have been fine if they would have said no, because I feel like that's a long time. And I called them up, and I go, I got you guys to tint my window sometime back. Don't suppose you might be able to do something? And, but they weren't there, so I left a message. And they called me back. Yeah, bring it in. We'll set up an appointment, and we'll fix it for you. I'm like, okay, very cool. So I set up the appointment for this coming week. I'm going to take it in, and they're going to fix my tinted windows. Pretty slick, huh? I don't even have to pay. I can get my car tinted during unemployment times. I kind of thought I'd have to... I mean, I was thinking I was going to get them retinted when I got a job again, but I guess I don't have to. All right, so what time is it? 4:11. So these are working, obviously, because they're going 4:12, 4:12. But we're tripping up. We are not making the callback, and I don't know why, because now in our output here, oops. Oh, I'm the wrong thing. The request is made, and the server responded with a status code that falls out of the range of 2XX. Well, no kidding. Invalid request payload. What is the problem with my payload now? Because to me, the payload looks magnifique. What is it? Is it? That's what it is. It's a kiss sound, not a snap sound. This looks right to me. I don't see anything wrong with any of this. So I don't know why it's complaining. Let's maybe it's something about the user ID and game situations. Oh, I wonder if they're called game situations. Are they called game situations? They called situations. I think they might be called situations. Game situations. Well, what's it called in the types? GamePlan. Nope, it's game situation. Game situations. ID, user ID, created at game situation. Huh. All right, let's compare. See, do we have all the same fields? All right, so we have a user ID, yes, and a game situations, yes. The game situations, we have an ID, which is, I think, optional. That's why it has a thingy-mabobber, because it's supposed to build it on its own. Down, offense, defense, special teams, FDD operator, first distance, GD operator, goal distance, MH operator, minute left in half, MG operator, min left game, LB operator, leading by, play type ID, and favored play ID. Okay, it matches correctly. All right, so now I gotta ask, gotta ask AI. Because I don't know what's going on now. Nope, wrong one. Well, it looks great now. However, still getting a invalid request payload when say game is called from FPFM web. This is the payload. I don't know why it's complaining. It looks perfect to me. And therefore, I think it's just being a turd. But, you know, it's a comparative. You're staring, going back and forth, trying to find the thing that's different. And maybe I have something off in my proto buff that it's not catching it. I don't know. Oh, I fixed the string. I was wondering about that earlier, but I thought see, there's so many places you have to hit things. See, I looked at the situation and, oh, wait a minute. I looked at, no, I tell you, I did look. I did. I know I did. Stupid thing. Whatever. All right, so I have to go to this one. And I go back over here. I don't even know which one it is that's running this. I thought it was running it over here. All right. And then I got to go cd common. And then I'm going to go make. Oh, no, go make? No, make gen. Jeez. Make gen. All right, so that should build everything back up. And then we go cd space dot dot. And then we say go run dot. Get everything back up and running. Fingers crossed, folks. I think we're on the doorstep of success. We're on the doorstep. All right, so let's just say 4th and less than 20. Goal to go up to 99. I don't care. We're desperate at this point. Minutes in game less than 10. And leading by less than, we're going to say negative 17. 17? All right, less than 21. Less than 21. And then we're going to say pass, medium, pass. No, it's going to have to be fast long, huh? We'll do fast long here. Fast medium. And let's save. Oh, God. You stinking son of a French fry. Now what's your problem? It's the same. I just fixed it. Why are you... What? Oh, who's a what a... Okay, did I miss? Did I not make a correction? Did I not correct that code? All right. Maybe I'm still got something off here. I probably didn't fully look at what it said. It probably said you got to change these 15 different locations. So you got to do. I got the game situation. In your go type, blah blah blah, are defined string types. But in your protobuf definition, okay, I fixed those. When you send the values like PT08 to the backend that expects integers, the JSON decoder fails. To fix this, modify your save GamePlan function in situations. Extract numeric ID. Wait, what? I don't need it to be numeric. What? Fix this, modify your save GamePlan function in situation JSON to extract and convert the numeric part of your IDs. Oh, it's telling me how to correct it the other direction. I just turned it to strings. I just changed the protobuf to allow strings for the IDs. Game situation. However, still getting invalid payload. But there is something weird. Because GamePlan was red about 2 seconds ago. So I'm getting some reds here. Why am I getting reds? Ah. Alright, so this is going to have to... That's probably what happened. This just didn't compile completely. How about if I go at this and this have values? No? Apparently you can't do that. Oops. Too many equals? Guess I can't do triple equals? I don't know. Sometimes you do triple equals and there's double equals. All these languages, man. trying to get on the same page as all of them. Holy morleys, man. All right, so let's go back to this guy. We'll go Control C, and then we're gonna go. Let's go to CD GamePlan. Go build dot, and we've got actual problems. What is the problem? Oh, store now. Store is off. Everybody's 70. Oh, this is my default data. Ensure game situations is initialized. Oh, I wonder if I need to do that anymore. Eventually, I'm not going to have this. I'm going to dump this. But you know what? Maybe I'll just create one. So for offense, we'll do first down, less than 10. We're going to say leading by negative 21, and I don't know, what are my options here? I think it's PT something. PT underscore. Oh, I don't know. I gotta find one. How about pass medium 05 PT005. And this We'll say minutes left in game is less than 10. Okay, let's try that again. Nope, can't try that again because I've got to put the same values up here. How do I have ensure games return a default game? I don't know what. Actually, let's just do all of this. Now, can we go back to here? Nope, not to here. To here. Clear. cd space dot dot. Oops, too many dots. Go run dot. All right. Oh, is it still complaining? Why does it have a problem with my... What is going on up there? Bytes 3, rep name, game symbol 3, JSON, game situations, omit, empty. I don't know what the problem is. Why is it complaining? It's orange though. It's not red. I don't know what that. Why? I don't know what orange is. Modified. Oh, well, that just means it's been modified. But it does say there's a problem. I don't know why. Line 84 is showing an issue. Because when I go here, it says type must be a pointer channel, function interface map, or slice type. I don't know. Oh, I so need to get some water here. The line itself doesn't have a syntax error, but it might represent a potential logical issue in your game situation structure. Initializing play type 2 with an empty string. If your application logic expects play type 2 to have valid, initializing it as an empty string could cause problems later. For example, if there are queries or logic that expect both, no, they do not. This is especially notable because you are creating this default situation when a user doesn't have an existing game plan. So ensuring all fields have appropriate default values is important for proper functioning of the downstream processes. Consider what a play type. But did you not see line 84? Because you're pointing out line 90, line 100, not line 84. Oh, what? That one is defaults are fine and as expected. And as expected. Dang it. The error line 84 is showing this. Oh, really? Why is it doing double duty? I thought there was a reason for that. See, I trusted you to know what you're doing. Right, and what's your problem? Oh, that's so weird that you can't put a capital in your stuff. Such a weird error. What now? Error string should not end with punctuation. Holy moly, man. Can you be a bigger baby about syntax? Don't put capitals. Don't put... I probably don't need... No, it has to be least, because you can do both, at least. How about either? That'll make this. Nope, it has to be at least. Because I keep thinking there's another way to say that, but I could say one of play type or favored play must be selected. Must be. Yeah, all right, fine. Okay, let's try this again. Close this. We're gonna go. How about half? What do we want to do on the half? Let's say it's fourth down and more than 2 to go, and there's less than 1 minute left, and we're greater than, or we're less than 40 to the end zone. No, it has to be not out of field goal range. So let's say less than 50 to the end zone. Or less than 50 to the end zone? Sure, less than 50 to the end zone. And we're leading by less than 0. Okay. And we'll just say pass long. We'll just put 1 in. That worked. Maybe. All right, let's go look. Let's Let's go look. Do we actually have a bunch of game plans in here? The drums are rolling. Brrrr. We got one document. Ah! We did it! We now are saving game plans. All my game situations are in. I'm gonna bring a tear to my eye. Alright, let's see if it loads. The only way to know really for sure is if it loads. So we're gonna go click. Click. Ah, it loads. It loads. Except it didn't load my gameplay. It loaded all the conditions, and it's there. I can see the type, so that's a pretty minor fix. I think I'm going to leave it for now. I think we're going to be happy with that and go finish my other tasks for now, but I think I can get this, because I already have it in here. It's just a matter of, apparently I'm not pulling it in, I'm not setting it. It should be a pretty simple fix. Yeah, super cool. With 17 minutes to go. But my brain is telling me, you really want to leave that alone? It's a simple fix. Why don't you go at least ask the AI what it is you're missing? Okay, fine. Okay. The play. It could be, I don't know. The play type ID is now saving. Yay. However, the loading. Alright, you hear they burning Cybertrucks in France. 12 were torched because Elon supports Trump. People. Because, yeah, that's a good use of money. Hey, we don't like that guy. I'm going to burn my truck. Now, okay, I guess if you're burning other people's trucks, but then you're just a criminal. That's just stupid. America. Well, you know, I guess in the big picture it might affect some because, you know, international is crap, but I don't know how much and what, and certainly not worth torching a $70,000-$80,000 vehicle, which is probably even more than that in some situations. Certainly not one that I paid for. I just don't touch anything I bought. I mean, I wouldn't own a truck, one of those trucks, because they are the ugliest thing on the road. I don't know. I don't understand what the thing with them anyway, because they've done some ugly vehicles. I hate those trucks. And plus, I've heard a lot of people have a lot of problems with them. Oh gosh, see, yeah, those people just need to go to prison. I don't care. I don't care what your political stance is. You start burning stuff that don't belong to you, you're out of here, man. You lose all your credibility when you start doing stuff like that. Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited I got this working. I'm just hyper. Yeah, well, the electric is starting to become a debatable issue right there, but yeah, I think I've heard it does pretty good. Well, you know, those electric cars, they come out of the gate really fast. But also, there's some question about that race. I saw that race, the comparison, and yeah, it won, but it was a very short race because it comes out of the gate really fast. But I think in a full distance race, like a full quarter mile, I think the Lamborghini still caught up and beat it. There was something. There was some special case, you know. Elon likes to find the situation that fits his marketing. But sometimes you go look at the details and it's like, yeah, okay, that's not even it's like in the 40 yard sprint. You know how they have the in the combine where all the players, they do a 40-yard sprint and they also do a longer sprint. Well, being really fast at 40 yards is great for football, I suppose, but it's not really, long distance usable. I'm sure, but it's also uglier than the dog poo that the Ursa ran over as well. After it was run over. You got this weird block of steel that just looks like it's got no shape, it's the ugliest thing. I don't know. I can't think of a car on the road that's uglier than the Cybertruck. And they make them in like 3 colors. Actually, they make them in 1 color, and then they do these special, what do they call it? It's like a vinyl paint job on it. And it's really only I think the military green is the only color that's legit. It's the only color they do them in. Oh, I drive, let's see. Historically, I've driven, my personal car is a Celica. I have a 1992 Toyota Celica. So it's like 30 years old, but I love that car. It looks nice, drives nice. I like my car. And it's got almost 250,000 miles on it. But I have had pickups in the past, but I like Toyota pickups generally because they look nicer and they last forever. But I haven't had one in a while. I've had a couple of them. I had a Toyota Tundra too at one time. My wife drives an SUV. She used to have a minivan, but now she drives an SUV. Based on your description, it sounds like play type editor saving correctly to Daisy, but not loading from the UI. Looking at your code base, I see the play types are managed through the play type store. Store playtypes.go. This issue might be occurring in one of several places. Data loading. The initialize playtypes function should be called at application startup to ensure the playtypes are loaded from the seed file. Well, yeah. I notice an unusual structure in your seed file where playtypes are stored under the key. Oh, weird. That should be play types. I probably copy and pasted it. It says, I noticed you did this weird thing. And I'm like, oh, yeah, well, that's quite possible. Seed data. Where is my seed data? Where is the seed data struct? Where is that? Oh, is that in the plate types? You can't have a car older than 15 years, huh? Well, then they better start giving people money. Not everybody has the dollars to be buying newer cars. Screw that. I'm glad I don't live there. Where's Dalhai? Is that where you are? Are you in Delhi? Dalhai? That's a weird... It's like, we don't care how much money you have, how poor you are. You buy new cars, man. We don't not have none of that nonsense around here. Now, I could see that they'd be forced to stop selling cars like that. You know, like you couldn't sell them, but to say you can't own it, that's like, yeah, that's bad. Common playbook. Oh, that's where they are. Okay, so let's play types. Yeah, this should be route action types or play types. Capital of India. See, I don't know my world capitals. Well, it's not like that. You know who's got terrible rules on all that junk? China. Well, okay. To be fair, it's been 20 years since I've been in China, but I went to China, and I'm not talking about Hong Kong. I'm talking about like outside of Hong Kong. I want to, they're all mainland. I can't say mainland China, but it's like the not British owned part of China. And holy moly, the cars they drive, they're not even whole cars. Some of the cars I was in a taxi. By the way, if you've never been to China in a taxi, hold your breath. If you ever go there, just close your eyes, hold your breath, and pray. That's all you can do, man. They drive on the sidewalks. They take left hand. They'll have a intersection with 4-lane roads, or maybe 3 lanes each direction, and big old massive intersections. And these taxis are swerving on the side. They're driving on the sidewalks, going around, taking left-hand turns through the intersections. There's no lights on some of these intersections, and if there are, it's kind of like slow down and just make way, and the cars are just doing their thing. And you're like, we had to get to the train station, and I'm like, is this normal? I'm talking to the host, the person who took me through there, because they took me on a tour of the factory that was making the Mage Cages for me. And we drove by a car that was, I kid you not, was nothing more than an axle, 4 wheels, and a seat. And it looked like it might have been at one time a truck, but it had no body. It was just a long axle, 4 wheels, a seat, kind of a raised seat. And it was a seat like one of those fold-up seats that you might see in the park. I mean, it wasn't like a folding chair. It was just like a padded seat. One person is right in the middle. It wasn't on the left or the right. It was just right in the middle. And you could see the steering column that went down underneath the engine, which was just sitting there down to the front wheel. You could see this thing's mechanics, and the guy was just driving down the road. That's all it was. Kid you not, that was all it was on this car. I'm looking at it going, do they not have any car legality rules here? And you're driving on the sidewalk, and the people who are on the sidewalk just stand up against the wall. They just kind of lean over, and the taxi squeezes through. There's nobody getting mad. Just like this is everyday occurrence. Oh, look, here comes a taxi. We'll just scoot out of the way and let them drive by. I was like, oh my gosh. That was the experience I'm going to always remember about going to China. And again, it was 20 years ago. Maybe they've done something about it, but I don't know. Oh, you know what? I asked this question in the wrong place, because this can't see all my code. I have to go to this one to let it see all my code. It looks like my planning part of my week is not going to be executed. So what else did I miss? I was going to do my planning part of the week, and I was going to work on the deployment part. That's going to have to be my Monday plan, I guess. Okay, so yeah, this will probably be a pretty easy fix, I hope. Because this one I don't even have to put anything in, because all I'm doing is trying to reload it. So we're going to go, which one, where are we at? Use effect. When loading game situations, fields aren't being loaded. Type ID. Here's how to fix it. It doesn't actually tell me where to fix it, so I have to, where is that happening? Add your component after fetching the game situations. Okay, so it must be this one, right? After fetching the game situations. Save. Handle input, add new row. Oh, maybe it's happening in the game plan? Blah, 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 blah. Fetch. Oh, here we go. Fetch play types. All right, then that's not it. Where the heck is fetch play types? Oh. All right, if I can figure out where the heck you're looking. Load play type displays. It's helpful, but you're going to have to tell me where you're getting this. Add your component after fetching the game situations. To which component? It doesn't even say. Which component is this? Load play types and populate display. Game situations dot length is greater than 0. All right. I don't know what you're looking at. What are you looking at, man? I feel like it's got to be this one, but I don't know where it's looking. What component are you looking at? Not sure where this is to be added. Is it that one, or is it happening in the game situations here? Add new row. It's got to be during loading. Well, that's saving. Yeah, there's no use effect here. So unless it's telling me to put a new use effect in, it would be under GamePlan. Huh. Oh yeah, self-driving cars have you. I don't even know what parts of the world are going to work with self-driving cars. The U.S. has got pretty good laws and conditions for self-driving cars to follow, to interact with people. I mean, because you need a pretty distinct, structure for something like that to even work, or to even have a chance at working. I don't know if it's going to work. Canada's not too bad too. I remember Canada's not bad. I've been up there a few times. I don't know what Mexico's like. I think Great Britain probably has some pretty decent rules. I don't know what European countries are any good. I would guess Europe's not too bad. I think they've got some pretty stringent rules. And the thing is too, you got to like program the cars differently, right? Because they got different laws, different rules, different ways to behave. They drive on the wrong side of the road. I mean, the other side of the road. So the cars have to totally be I programmed differently. They have to consider things that are more on the left. Oncoming traffic's going to be on the other side of the road. Yeah, it's going to be weird. Okay, situations.jsx. GamePlan.jsx component you're showing now is just the parent component that renders the situations component with proper props. Alright, so are we just saying put this in then? Add to your component after fetching game situations. When do we fetch? So when do I fetch? Yeah, but I don't fetch game situations here. That's the thing. But the comment says add this after fetching situations. However, the situations.jsx does not fetch the situations. The game plan is fetched by the game plan.jsx. That's where I'm confused, my friend. You're telling me to do it after something that's not done here. So we got the game plan, but maybe we are pulling in. Nope, see, that's during the save. That's not going to be here. Is game situation. Handle empty. That's like later. Handle input blur, which I don't think I need, but I keep leaving it. Yes, you're right. Looking at the code flow more carefully, I can see that GamePlan fetches the game plan and passes to the situations component. Receives the data as a prop, but never fetches situations. So let's add the code to populate the display values with play IDs in situations.jsx. Add this effect after. Add this use effect after your state declarations. All right. And I don't have this yet, so it's just going to have to be right after here. After my state declarations, which are right there. Hey! Fixed! Bang bang, thank you Mang. I've got favored plays now! My game plans are starting to look pretty snazzy. I'm so very happy. This is a very good thing. Now, next week I start working on my favorite plays. I already have a play or two in the database, but I don't have loads and saves. But now that I have this working, and I've slowly been adding everything else, I'm going to have to basically copy some of the same stuff to here. Length, load play type displays. I may have to like load favored plays also. But you know what? Let's check this puppy in. Woohoo! Look at that, 54 files since I last changed. Yikes. Game plan overhaul. No, it wasn't quite an overhaul, but it was kind of an overhaul. Game plan progress. We'll call it progress. Now adding play types and correctly saving all current parts and accepting inputs better. And I probably have a bunch of other stuff. I have a bunch of play editor stuff done. Now, also, well, this is going to be too long because it puts in. I actually, what I'm going to call it I'm going to do this. I'm going to call it Control X, game plan, and play editor. updates. Just simplify that. Commit and push. Okay, so with that, Friday workday is probably going to have to be over, which means my sprint planning for this week is going to be a little late. I'm not doing it until Monday or Sunday. I guess I could do it Sunday. It's not really technically a work day, but I do work on Sundays if I... Oh, no, but my daughter's birthday is on Sunday, so I don't know what I'm going to get done on Sunday. So maybe Monday. And then I start planning for the next sprint. In that sprint, I probably need to, well, you know, now that I've got stuff in here, I'll probably get the loading and saving of the favored play, so I can add a couple of favorite plays. I've only got 2 plays in the thing, but I can create a playbook with that, or a game plan. And then I will go to the playbook and try to load my plays, which have images in them. Excited about that. The idea is that I'll have a pop-up that looks a lot like this thing, except it'll have the images of the plays and the plays' names. And also I will have my playbook. When I click plays here, it'll have an image to select owned plays, which will be plays that the user owns. And then you can open it up and add them. I'm actually thinking I may actually just create 2 parts here and just say owned, in playbook, and owned, and then you can just go through and add them maybe, and it'll just add them in. I haven't decided how. I got to figure out a good way to make it look clean. Maybe even have to have an offense, defense, and special teams divider like I do on the play editor. I took out special teams here because most special teams have offense and defense, but they're not. And this is set up to say how would an offense and defense behave with those plays. With a play selector, you do have special teams plays. It just defines. It's just going to have the definitions differently. So if I can get all this stuff functioning, I'll have a playbook. I'll have game plan. I'll have game plan design, offense and defense, and then I start working on the back end. I can start working on the game situations, the coach component, which can now start reading those game situations and game plans. So that means I can start working on the simulator again, and then this time the simulator will be fully attached to the idea is to get the simulator so it's fully attached to the coach component, so that all this stuff isn't just random. It's actually being told what plays to call. Now, obviously, I have a medium pass, long pass. I'll have to group some of the dummy stuff on here just so that it can call next as throws for medium pass or something. Or I might even have it. Maybe I'll feed the play name if I have a play name. Because it's going to get a play. It's going to pass the play with the information to the simulator. Simulator can read whatever it wants from that play. And so I'll have it say runs blah, blah, blah. But I'm not going to say the name of the play. I will say, runs left, runs wide, runs blah, 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 blah. It's just text at that point because it really isn't running any of that stuff because I don't have any players on the field yet. But one thing at a time. That's it for now, man. Ariano, thanks for stopping by and saying hi. I don't think I have anything else. I do want to do one quick check. Let's go look at my. What's going on here? Oh, guess it's nothing. Okay. Let's go look at my GitHub. And see how things are deploying. See if everything see if there's any hope in the way that they deployed. Let's go. Do I not have my programming open? Jeez. All right. GitHub. Let's go over here. We're going to go to my, we are merged. Am I not logged in? Why does this look weird? Oh, it's just so big. Okay, we're going to go to actions. We are still deploying, 4 minutes in. It takes about 6 minutes to fully build and deploy this. So hopefully this will build and deploy to my test environment. Then I will have to, I have not gotten a production build to work in a while. I got to get the production one working. They all have special conditions, you know. I got to set up different bits and parts to make the production one work. But once the production one works, I could I'll be able to start accessing my website here from other places, as long as I have a login ID. So that'll be cool. And I do have a login ID because that's what I use every single time I log in to run this game now, because everything I do requires login. I started my pre-launch campaign for my Indiegogo. So if you're interested in helping me out and to continue this project, go to the link I think is in my there's a video on my page in YouTube that you should be able to go to and click on. And that's under Active Mind Games Dev. It's the second perma video. I only have 2 videos that I've recorded, so it's only two. It's the second of my recorded videos, and it talks about where I'm at, where I was at the time I set up the pre-launch campaign. Then you can go to, it'll give you a link to the Indiegogo, and you can just say, hey, let me know. And I'm gonna probably launch it, I don't know, maybe next week. I might launch it as early as Monday. I haven't decided. I got to launch it pretty soon. I'd like to get 1 or 2 people on there that says they're interested, but I don't think I have any right now. I had 2 backers the first time I tried this, and I didn't get to the minimum. You have to get to the minimum, which is $100 to get anything. But that's all right. I'm just trying to build some familiarity. I'm starting to do some. The thing is, I'm starting to do some TikTok stuff where I'm doing progress checks, DevLog progress checks, like 1 to 2 minute little videos. I've only done 2 so far, but I'm going to start doing a bunch more. I'm looking at past videos that I've done and kind of showing where I was at that time and doing a little, description of, how we got there, what we're at, where we were headed, and then just kind of having like a whole little DevLog set. So they're little 1 or 2 minute bites of a lot of my days that I've been programming. And any time that there was a significant visual change or functional change, right now everything I'm doing in some way is front and back end now. I'm doing front end, back end. So even when I do back end stuff, now the only one that's not going to have a lot of front end stuff next week or this sprint, while I start working on the simulator and the coaching component, that stuff's a lot of back end logic. So until I plug it into the front end, it's not going to have a lot of visual results. But I might spend a day or 2 just trying to dress this up. As you can see, my football field is not very in line with my concept, my visual theme, thematics. I got this, and then all my pages have this kind of like feel that I'm throwing at it, and then you got bam, this doesn't look anything like any of it. So I would like to put down some kind of I don't know, maybe make the field look a little bit like, not like AstroTurf, because you're probably not gonna have AstroTurf in my fantasy realm. Now, the true story behind the fantasy realm is not that there's no, it's just that it's a world where human and non-human DNA have been crossed, and technology has diverged from a lot of the stuff that was I don't know, polluting, crappy. We've moved on from all that stuff, and the world has become a slightly different place. So it looks very Lord of the Rings-ish. You're going to have a lot of these creatures that the DNA has merged. So you've got, they all look kind of humanoid, but they hold their original look. So you're going to have these lions and rhinos and swans, and they all kind of have this appearance of characters that you would see in a fantasy world. And those are your players. But things are a little different there. So it doesn't have the same modernized look. At least that's the plot and plan. I haven't figured out how my football field's going to look. I'm visualizing it in my head, and I've got ideas. And it's going to be a lot of playing with images and just kind of trying to go, okay, how can I do this and this and that? Like, for example, I have no idea how I'm going to implement. What I might need to do is build a line field like this that overlays whatever backdrop I want. So it shouldn't be too hard, I would think, because I did it already with laying down other fields, but this is going to be a lot of work. Building this whole image overlay, it's going to be kind of a pain. I'm just thinking the lines, and then you can put it over any kind of field you want. Just drop it on there. But yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do that. But it's going to be very interesting to say the least. Because I'll have to create like a whole bunch of lines, putting them at every 10 spaces, and yeah, it's going to be weird. But if I can do it, that means I'll have the flexibility to take that overlay, and I could put it on any image, any kind of field I want. I could put it on dirt, grass. It'll allow me to have a lot of control over the type of fields. This way, you can on a road trip, you could be playing on different fields because I'll just be overlaying the football field on it. And then I got to do something with the stadium, because as you can see, that's a Broncos stadium. You could probably guess. You can't see a lot of it, but you can see the horse in the upper corner. But I got to make that look a little cooler, because right now it doesn't. But hey, you know, progress is progress. Plus, I got to make it be the same, the right aspect ratio. You can see this football field is not the same aspect ratio as my. This is the correct aspect ratio for my whole scenery. And that's why, and this is set up to the same aspect ratio, but the football field is this aspect ratio. So I don't know how I'm going to fix that. I'll have to either squish the field, make it wider, make it taller, make it flatter. The other option is that there should be stuff down here, like I could leave the field alone, but down here I start putting things like what play is being called and all the other details, which might be a good idea. I might just do that. So leave this alone, take this text out, put it somewhere else, and then start putting stuff underneath the field, so that, you know, I'll put my background on here, and yeah, that might be good. I like that. I'll use the same aspect ratio and just start gluing stuff underneath here so everything fits. Then I can start putting the text in different location. I'll put it somewhere else, and then I'll have the play that's selected. I do want to have the play selection pop up over the top automatically. I don't know how I'm going to do that either. I've got a lot of stuff. I'm getting down the road, man. I'm probably 2 to 3 months from really having this show anything really cool. And I still have to get into Unity, which I got to start digging in there so I can start adding stuff. But what I really want to do is have the website one doing a full circle, beginning to end. I've got my play creation, my game plan, my coach, and my simulator all kind of basically running, even if I don't have the player input yet. I can even push the player input back a little bit. Yes, that's important, but to start having some Unity AI and having some more front-end AI and just having things really start to take visual shape, then I can go back and start playing with how the players are interacting. I don't know. I have to decide when that's coming in. I want to do that right away, but I also want to get all of my stuff continuing to look better. You got to have those visual elements. That's what sells stuff, man. See, that's how you get people excited. You got to get all the visual parts in place. And then, yeah, that's it. I have gone over my workday. Yes, I have. So I'm going to call it. I will be back probably later tonight. I have to, I go do my, hey, look, this finished. Let's do a quick thing here. Actions. This is minor. It's not really. I won't call this work. We'll compare and pull requests. And then we're going to say play creator and, wait, what? Game plan updates. Play creator. Now saving. Fully defined plays. Creating images of those plays. I think. I haven't actually validated it. It says it's, I mean, it's showing them saved. I don't know, but I can't see them because they're in, you know, they're in Unicode or whatever. Loading formations, loading route actions, drawing routes. Game plan, updates, allowing valid inputs, creating pop-up to select play types. Play types now defined for the game plans. Game plans with play types. Now fully loading. Alright, we'll create the pull request. And then we're going to merge because it has no conflicts, because why would there be? I'm the only person working on it right now. You know, I shouldn't. It's driving me crazy. Why did I switch? There's a reason why I switched. And it's not even, it wasn't meant to be permanent. But I just haven't switched it back. But there was I was doing something. And I can't remember what. I think I was testing something. I don't know. Either way, I do plan to get back. I am going to turn it back to dark mode. I like dark mode better. But there was something I couldn't see or wasn't showing up right. Some websites don't know what to do with with dark mode. And I was like, why can't I see this? It's totally broken. And it turned out it was because of the dark mode. The website didn't know how to display, so everything looked invisible. And I was like, what? And so I had to turn to light mode so I could use the site. But I can't remember what site it was. So I'm sure I'll turn back to dark mode and that site will have problems again. Whatever it is, I'll be going, aha! This was the site. Do I want to delete my branch? I don't know if I want to use the same branch. We're not really working on Play Creator as much. I should be doing smaller bits and parts. Play Creator does have parts left. I still haven't got it to allow me to load. I should do the load part of Play Creator. I think I'll keep the branch for now. I got to really learn to encapsulate my actions, though. Did it blow up? That's still going. It's gotten a minute in. This is the one that keeps dying. Usually it dies at about, well, it dies at the end. Yeah. But I did make changes to hopefully fix it, so who knows? Maybe miraculously it'll work. But I have a feeling it won't, and I'll have to fix it on Monday. But you're right, it is blinding, so I apologize. If it's blinding you, blinded by the light. What else do I need? Yeah, that was probably it. An assassin for who? Who would I be assassinating? That's not going to work anymore. Why is that even working? I just closed its source. How is it still running? Oh, that's right. This doesn't work. See, my back end isn't attached yet, so my code, so my simulator keeps going. Eventually, that won't work. If I disconnect the back end, the simulator will blow up. At least until I have a permanent back end I can use. But in the dev world, if I ever disconnect my dev back end, it's going to explode. But right now, it's like, yeah, I don't care. It'll be cool when it's all attached. I'm looking forward. I get more excited every time I finish stuff and things start to look cool, and every little thing I'm like, oh, now if I could just do this and this and this and this and this. I just keep checking things off, and slowly but surely it's going to become a real game. I just want to be a real game. Young fantasy game. You will one day be a real game. You just have to keep working at it. Oh gosh, please no. I use Windows 11, man. I am not a Mac fan. I am not an Apple fan. And it's not because I'm an Apple hater. The fact is, Apple really isn't as good as they think they are. I mean, the iPhone is like a distant third even by now to Samsung. I say third because I think Google's phones are even starting to catch up. They might still be second. I don't know. So their iPhone isn't even top. They don't have the same features, the functionality, and even a lot of the reliability of the Samsung devices. So they're losing on the phone front, but they just market better. People don't realize that they're really just being sucked in by all of the nonsense. Mac still has its place from what I understand, but truthfully, Windows 11 still does way more stuff, runs on way more applications. If you're still doing graphics, I guess, I think that Mac is still considered better. I don't know if that's even true. There's just fanboys, man. Fanboys are out there saying, oh no, Apple's so much better. Mac does this, Mac. Everybody says Windows is less secure, which is not true, by the way. Windows just has a lot more people targeting it, but Mac has had plenty of people break into it as well. It's like, but it's not even all that close. Mac is not that close to Windows in market share. So all the troublemakers are targeting Windows, because if you're gonna be a troublemaker, why trouble 20% of the market when you can target 80% of the market? So yeah, Microsoft has more issues to deal with, but it's because they got a heck of a lot more people coming at them. So, and all of these smaller ones, they get hit too. I mean, even Unix, who's supposed to be the most safe and perfect version of an OS, and it's like, because there's only 2% of people or some dumb thing using Unix, and if you're a hacker, why bother? It's like, I don't want to break into nobody will even notice if we break in. I do not like GTA. Yeah, I don't. I'm not a fan of GTA. I won't tell you why, but you could probably guess. I don't like GTA. I don't know what RDR2 is. What is RDR2? AutoCAD, SolidWorks. I forgot what SolidWorks is. I know what AutoCAD is. You know, one of my earliest programming jobs was translate or converting AutoCAD. What do they call it? AutoCAD Basic. It was like AutoCAD. What they call it? AutoLisp or something like that. It was their programming language when AutoCAD's newer versions were switching to Visual Basic for applications. And they wanted me to translate AutoCAD's language, convert all of their macros and everything they had into Visual Basic for applications. Now, I had never heard of this AutoLisp. I knew nothing about it, but I knew Visual Basic for applications. And I literally had to go in there and reverse engineer all those macros. I was like stepping through, and I barely understood half of what it was saying. And I'd be like stepping through the code going, oh, that's kind of doing this. And then I'd step through the code and watch what it was doing on the screen. And then I basically went over to VBA and go, okay, well, how do we do this on the screen? So I'm just like going on the screen. And plus I wasn't even an AutoCAD guy. So I was like, I didn't even know some of the stuff, but I was like, all right, well, this is saying this, and so that's somewhere on here. And I had to reverse engineer all of their macros. That was quite the thing. But hey, that company ended up hiring me as a full-time employee for about a year. They didn't lay me off. I quit because I wanted to go back to consulting. I actually asked for a raise. They didn't want to give me a raise. And I was like, I was just making more money as a consultant, so I left. I was a consultant for them, and they hired me full time. And then I left, became a consultant for them again for a few months, and then I went on to go wherever I went. I think I went to go work for Boeing as a consultant for a while, and bounced around for a bit. Then I got my full time job that lasted for 14 years before I got laid off again. I was really a good company for a while. They kind of went downhill towards the end, but the people were good. I had some great managers. Got a lot of good work done there. I was able to do a lot of cool creative stuff. Oh, did that finish? Yeah, nope, it blew up. What happened? Probably the same problem it always has. Start services. Run in lieu of issues will start all services in the same job. Here, no services. Huh, this is different actually. Okay, well, I'm not going to work on that right now. All right, well, the Bengals beat the Broncos 20-3. And with that, till next time, I'm going to probably be gaming tonight if you're around. Let's see, what is your day? Are you up, or did you go to bed already? I always forget. Your time is like 9 hours ahead of us or something, right? So you're like early. You're like sometime early in the morning, right? Blackmailing. Cold mailing. Well, for one, that's really hard to do because a lot of these people, their people in charge are the hardest ones to get a hold of. They don't like list it on their websites. You can email HR of some companies if it's even available. Sometimes you can guess if you can find out their company email address, then you can like go HR at and say if it goes to them and see if it works. I've done that once or twice, yeah, but it's hard. It's hard to. A lot of times they won't even look at that stuff if it comes from an outside. I mean, I've worked for companies where you get anything from the outside, they basically just block it, so it doesn't even come in unless they know who and it's been an approved sender. But hey, man, I gotta stop. Like I said, if I'm gaming tonight, I'll probably be gaming later. And I'll probably be gaming tomorrow online some. And I do that under my other channel, Active Mind Gamer. Excuse me, where I have 150 something backers, I think, or followers, subscribers. I don't know. On YouTube, I think it's subscribers. So if you want to check that out, see what I'm gaming later, do that. Maybe I'll see you then. Until next time.